Sequels. I mean sequels. They come from like they take place. A lot of sequels take place after the first movies. After every single first movie. Like a lot of them. Some sequels are good. Some sequels are bad. But yeah. And speaking of sequels, I'm gonna do a movie review on this sequel that I really liked so much. Besides Toy Story 2. And also... Yeah. So yeah, it's a sequel to... This one is a sequel to Shrek. And it's really good. And it's called... So yeah, that would be Shrek 2. One of my favorite sequels of all time. In this movie, it's basically where it gets Shrek and Fiona. They go on dates, and they go on a honeymoon. It's like, oh wait. All right, at the beginning. So yeah, in the plot of Shrek 2, like at the beginning of the movie, takes place where Prince Charming was going to see Princess Fiona, but then he was shocked because the Big Bad Wolf took over, and Shrek and Fiona went on, and also he found out that Shrek and Fiona went on a honeymoon. So then Shrek and Fiona went on dates while they went on a honeymoon, which takes place after they get married. Yeah. Yeah. And then when they went back home, Donkey came along. Also, Donkey from the first movie. Yeah. Spent time at home, and they got a message from the far away kingdom. And yeah. So yeah, they decided to see Fiona's parents, and then when they got there, it looks really cool. It looks like almost a town, but in a royal version. Boom. All right. So yeah, they had dinner, and they were kind of fighting over what happened in the past. The dinner thing, I thought was okay at first. Yeah, I remember that scene. The pig was like fly around like at the end of the scene. But then Fiona was crying. Then was crying after what happened, and then Fiona, and then Fiona met this, and then Fiona met this girl named this character named the fairy godmother, who would like to help Fiona for things. But then she was singing a song, like she was singing some songs and dancing to it, and then Shrek came in. Shrek came in. Then Shrek came in, but then the fairy godmother was shocked because he's just an ogre. Well, he's not that. Well, Shrek is not that bad, but yeah. But then after a while, but then after a while, they went to the forest. So yeah, Shrek and Donkey went to. Sorry, let's back up a little. Shrek read, and Shrek woke up one night and he checked out Fiona's stuff and then Shrek was reading Fiona's diary. But then, but later on, the old King Harold and Prince Charming went to the King Harold went to this to the bar to get something. King Harold went to the bar to see someone, and that new character. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, there were several new characters in this movie, which looks pretty cool. After a while, but then Prince Charming and the fairy godmother decided to get King Harold and but before that, King Harold and Prince Charming and the fairy godmother made plans together and stuff like that. And after a while, the next day, Shrek and Donkey went out to the forest to find the fairy godmother's factory, and then they met this character named they met this new character named Puss in Boots, which he is way better than Baby Bop and BJ from Barney. He's a lot better, and those characters look really good. Yeah, and Puss in Boots is played by this guy named Antonio Banderas. Yeah. After a while, yeah. So they went to this factory to get the potion, and then but yeah, they went to get the potion, and they had to, and then after they got it. After they evacuated the factory, full of birds, and after fairy godmother said no and stuff like that, after they disguised themselves and stuff like that, boom, they drank the potion, and then the next day, Shrek and Donkey Shrek was turned into a human. Donkey turned into a horse. Yeah, like this guy right here. And Fiona turned back into a human. So yeah. After a while, but then right after they went on adventures, and then but the fairy godmother had to stop him, and the fairy godmother planned this. You know what happened. I bet you guys remember what happened. Remember what happened. The fairy godmother forced Prince Charming and Fiona to get together, as it's part of the fairy tale, but it's not. But it's not going to happen. Yeah. So. The fairy godmother was a jerk for banning Shrek from being together with Fiona. How dumb. But after a while, so yeah. But then while they were going on adventures, they were chased by those knights. The fairy godmother also thought that they're thieves and bandits, but Shrek, Donkey, and Puss in Boots are not. So they took him to jail for stuff, and then Pinocchio, the gingerbread man, Pinocchio, Gingy, 3 blind mice, and and the three little pigs and the big red wolf, they went to save them and have them escape from the tower jail before it's too late, because Prince Charming was about to marry but then Prince Charming was dating Fiona and stuff like that. That did to the dance. The dance party starting, and the fairy godmother did this dance. But when Shrek stopped them and came along, they were stopping. Shrek and Fiona were trying to get back together, but the fairy godmother was about to stop them from being together. But then King Harold tried to stop them, but then they sadly turned into back into a frog. And then after that, Shrek. I mean, after that, the fairy godmother had just turned into bubbles and then died. Yeah, she deserved it for being a jerk. And for taking over fairy tales and stuff like that. She deserved it. But then, when it's midnight, Shrek and Fiona got back. They gave each other a kiss, and then they turned back into ogres, and then Donkey turned back into a donkey, right? So yeah. And then they have the party, and then they sing the song called "Living Da Vida Loca." Oh my god, that song is wow, that song's awesome at the end. But then, right at the end of this movie, at the very end of this movie, the dragon came back, and then I don't want to spoil it to you guys, but if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it to you guys, but it might be. And then, after a while, after that, Shrek, the dragon, has baby dragons, which is very cute. And also, there was a surprise. And also, there's a surprise. There's a freaking surprise ending. Called The Far, Far Away Idol. You guys all remember that. It's where a lot of the characters sing and dance to the songs. I bet they did a good job. Yep. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's basically the plot of the movie. What do I think of it? So yeah, what do I think of this movie? I thought it's awesome. It gets 2 big thumbs up. The plot was great. The music was awesome. The characters were good. And the songs were a major hit and a blast. And the animation was good. So yeah, it also gets like a 5 out of 5. Yep. Shrek 2. Yep, Shrek 2 is one of my favorite sequels of all time, and my childhood. Sadly, I did not get to see in theaters. Not even the first Shrek movie either. But I watched this when I was very little, and I thought it was pretty good. So yeah, that's all I would like to say about this movie. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and that's all for now. This is Triple P 780 is back. This is Triple P 780 signing off. Until then, peace.